Remastering games is becoming quite common on new gen machines, getting repackaged games with slight visual improvements, with a shiny code of 1080p topped off with 60 frames per second, and a photo mode thrown in for good measure. It's slightly the same game you may have played before, but it's a bit better. Kind of like when I had Alien on VHS, and upgraded to DVD, and I thought it looked nice. Then I upgraded to Blu-ray, and basked in glorious high definition Sigourney Weaver. So, when I heard that the epic God of War 3 was being remastered for PS4, I knew it was an essential purchase, just like my Alien Blu-ray collection. If you've never played a God of War game before, it's never too late. The HD remasters of the first two games are available on PS Vita, PS3 and PS Now. However, if you can't be bothered to play those games and just want to skip ahead to God of War 3, that's fine, because the game does a good job of bringing you up to date with who Kratos is, what he's been doing, and making sure you know he's not a badass in the first 30 minutes of the game. When it comes to being a video game, God of War 3 is one hell of an experience in terms of its sheer spectacle. If you think you've seen boss battles, think again, because the fights in this feel and play brilliantly, and each conclusion has a brutal, bloody end that leaves you feeling like the God of War. Whether you're ripping arms, legs, heads, or spitting someone's intestines out all over the floor. Considering this game is 5 years old, God of War 3 holds up even by today's standards. Of course, the fresh coat of paint helps it along nicely, but this game not only looks better, but plays better than half the games released on new gen. There are moments in this game that literally look phenomenal, and if it's your first time playing, then you're in for a treat, with jaw-dropping action sequences that are entertaining to watch as they are to play. During these sequences you need to pull off quick time events, which does make you feel like you're on rails hitting a few buttons in quick succession, but during those moments it feels like you're just some kind of ultimate hero. It gives you a chance to take in on what's happening on screen, and it's without a doubt that some of these moments inspired games like Azora's Wrath, which featured a lot of quick time events but were just a sight to behold. Luckily, God of War 3 doesn't overdo it with the QTEs, and the gameplay is just as satisfying. Throughout the campaign, you unlock new weapons that have their own movesets and magical abilities, such as summoning souls to fight for you, a tornado, a Spartan shield wall, and a shockwave. These, of course, can be all upgraded to make you more combat effective. Once you're finished with the game, which is a good 10 plus hours, depending if you bother looking for its secrets or die a lot like me, it's not the end. There's plenty of content to keep you playing, including special items that you can activate for a second playthrough. There's even gruesomely difficult challenge maps that you can take on that test your mettle. There's also a variety of skins that you can make Kratos look even more menacing, and if you're feeling brave enough, you can try and beat the game on the hardest difficulty. And good luck with that, because it is rock solid. There's also a nice addition to God of War 3, which is a photo mode, and if anything, this is something that should be in every game, especially on PS4. It's a joy using the share button while finding the perfect shot, and uploading a screenshot of Kratos ripping someone's head off to Facebook or Twitter. There's even various tints and borders if you feel like being creative. The only downside is that you can only take pics from fixed camera angles. You can't float around and have a good look at things, which would have been better, but nevertheless, the options that are available are better than nothing. God of War 3 might have been released 5 years ago, but with a fresh coat of paint it still holds up to today's standards. It's brutal, bloody, epic, and most of all, it's fun. Newcomers to the franchise are certainly in for a treat, and this is certainly not a game to miss out for a second time round. I've hoped you enjoyed this video review of God of War 3 Remastered for the PS4, and now I'll leave you with some badass music and some screenshots that I've taken using the photo mode in God of War 3. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I am SharnOfTheDEAD, and I'll see you in